Coach, I guess you've been out there about a week now. I know you guys are about to take a break for spring break, but what's the early progress report? What have you seen from your guys, after a few practices?
Defensive backs or defense in general?
The defense, safeties,
Obviously the knowledge of our scheme, obviously having an experienced group on the back end, less mistakes, understand our scheme and the adjustments they do very well. It's as an entire group. Obviously, if you compare it to a year ago, we're ahead of it, from an effort standpoint, from an attitude standpoint, from holding each other accountable. They're doing a much better job as players demanding, from each other. It's not so much the coaches. So that's the thing that's the most glaring right away, which is really, and it's an impressive sight to see.
When you look at the experience in the secondary, the communication there, I know there's issues with that last season. Do you think it's better going into this spring?
Yeah, like I just mentioned, they're more vocal. They're more understanding of the scheme, and again, they're holding each other accountable to be more vocal, to be more, more confident. No one's afraid to make a mistake. They're putting themselves out there, and that's why I meant that they're ahead of last year.
I know when you look at the secondary, what's kind of the biggest question you have? Because I know you bring back a lot of experience. You do have to replace Nevelle. I know there's some depth you got to work on. What's kind of the biggest thing you want to answer coming out of spring?
All the things that we think that we need to improve on. And it's always going to start talking about when it comes to leverage. From a secondary standpoint, leveraging the ball, your body leverage when you're taking on blocks. Or whether you're in a football stance, and all the leverage would be the first thing. We have to improve on that. The tackling. When you're dealing with space, like to see the tackling improve. We improved from a year ago, but it still is not where we needed to be. We gave up too many, especially late in the year. We gave up too many. We had too many missed tackles. And I think we could play the ball better in the air. I think we dropped some picks, and I think that by preparing better, preparation meeting opportunity, so to speak, they'll get themselves in more positions to make plays on the ball. I'd like to see more just, not just pass breakups, but interceptions. You know what I mean? I think that if we can prepare better, and in the film room, and then also when you come out to the field and being productive on the practice field, and then take it to the game.
How's Bam coming along, and what would you expect from him going into the season?
He's doing really well. He's obviously connected with the guys. He's engaged. He's sitting there and coaching. Obviously, part of it is rehab, and the other part we got him out there where he's involved. And again, like I said earlier about communication, and he's a big part of that. He's in our meetings. He's on the field. And obviously the younger guys or the inexperienced guys or the new guys see that, needs to be seen because he's one of our best players. But he's right on, he's right where he needs to be, and probably a little bit ahead of where everybody thinks he is supposed to be at.
Do you expect to see contact from him in preseason camp now?
Again, I can't make that call right now, and even if we were going to do something like that, we're going to be smart about it. Brandon's a kid that has a tremendous amount of experience. He just needs to get, we could do a lot other than just contact, but tackling and all that can be done without physically doing it. You know what I mean? Where you're running in space and coming to balance and sinking your hips and short and strides. So you guys should get yourself in position, a body position, and not just do the physical part, So, and that's what we're doing right now in the off season.
What does Emmanuel Apia bring to the secondary? Big Emmanuel Apia.
Apia. Touchy.
Sorry.
Emmanuel Apia. Touchy. Yeah. He's a guy that he's a lot more experienced than you think. He's smart. We asked him to gain weight when he came here, when he first got here. He's gained already 10 pounds. He's dependable. He's accountable. He's quick. And he had a really good practice today. Now that you bring his name up, we put him on a couple of guys that got some experience, not to name any wide receivers because we have a really good group of receivers. It was really all of them, and he had his best day today on game. It's like day 4. That's what you want to see from a new player.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.